Is anybody ready yet for fall gardening? Well, fall gardening for me is not just growing in the fall also, but just preparing my plants for growing indoors and to get my garden season started for next season. Here I have some grapes that I am planting from cuttings, and these ones I don't have any of this variety. This is a small pixie type grape, that's what I call it, and I have rooted way too many. So I am going to be gifting some of these to a couple people that requested them. I also have here some mulberry that I'm growing from cuttings, and these are from a mulberry plant that's growing wild just somewhere in my neighborhood, and I decided because the tree is already fruiting, I am going to root a couple of these mulberry cuttings because I do have plans for them. I have a really nice one up here too, and we can see the roots on it. There it is. But I have a whole lot going on. Even for my indoor growing, I planted this red Malabar spinach that I'm going to be growing indoors over the winter. And this is from seed. You can see all the good root system on this. I'm going to pot it in a bigger container for sure. Over here I have this one growing on this fence. It's in a container, but I have been harvesting the leaves from these, and so it's growing in the container. However, I can use this fence in here as a trellis where I can allow it to grow and still harvest the leaves from it. But this is also going to be going indoors and overwintering. As you can see, we already have seeds on them. I'm going to be harvesting those seeds and save it up for future planting. Ooh, and I got a nice huge cucumber still back here that I need to harvest. I just bumped into it, so that's going to be harvested today. And this is really what my fall is looking like, guys. The elderberries are looking strong. All right, we're gonna go by this. This here is a mulberry I have planted in ground. I've had this here for about 2 years now, but no signs yet of any type of fruiting. So this is why I went and got those two cuttings from a fruiting tree, because I'm not sure if this is from seed, if it's from a cutting that did not come from a fruiting tree or what have you, but I want to make sure that I have a viable plant that's going to fruit soon, and so I got those cuttings from a fruiting tree myself, and I'm rooting them. All right, over here I have another station set up. I'm going to be dropping some more fall seeds. These are just some empty starters that I'm going to be filling with some soil and some seeds to get another batch of fall seeds dropped. So let's go over and check out what I've got so far for the fall to plant. Now up here I have adorned my deck with a lot of my plants that I'm going to be taking indoors. These are just, yeah. This is Aztec Sweet Leaf. This is a Leaf of Life, and you're going to see that I have several of those plants around in pots, like literally companion plant. Not deliberately, but for some reason a leaf may have fallen and took root in one of these planters, and I just let it grow in there. But this is a sweet Aztec leaf, and this is a sugar substitute just like stevia is. This is also a Leaf of Life. This is some rosemary I have growing here from seed that I started this year. This is also going to go indoors. Marjoram from seed, it's also going to go indoors. Lemongrass that I uppotted, I have to harvest that. We have been harvesting, if you look around. Ooh, ooh, this stinging nettle, it just got me. Ooh, ouchies. But this we have been harvesting. I'm not even going closer to that. But anyways, this is another sweet Aztec in here. There's a ground cherry that I have to remove from that. But that stinging nettle really got me. I'm gonna clip the top and harvest all that off when I'm wearing long sleeve and some gloves. But yeah, that's gonna go indoors to grow and produce indoors. So that's part of what I'm trying to perfect here, actually growing indoors and being able for it to growing indoors to the point where my plants are producing and I'm able to harvest indoors. What do we have in here? We had, oh, there's still some life in there because I've harvested this thing back really good. But this is stevia right here. This is also another stevia growing from seeds a couple years ago. This is my culantro that I started from seeds in 2024, April 25, 2024. This is a lemon basil that I found because I thought it looked like a basil, and when I crushed the leaf and smell it, it smelled like lemon. So I knew it was a seed that dropped from the basil that I had the year before, and it overwintered and sprouted. So I decided to grow it, and I'm going to be putting that indoors also. Peppermint from seed, I potted this, and it's going to be growing indoors. Then over here we have some brassicas. These are curly kale. I did grow some earlier this year, but I'm going to get rid of those because they are older plants. And I have dropped seeds for these new ones in July. And look at it now, we're at the end of August. And they're looking pretty decent. That's a lot of kale. And these here are more broccoli. Because the rabbits and the critters have devoured my brassicas this year, I decided to go heavy on fall planting, especially with my brassicas. So I'm going to stagger plant these. So I have this set here, and today I dropped some more seeds in this planter. I'm going to also fill this planter right here. And as you can see, I have my garden mess out here. I have all my seeds, choosing which seeds I need to plant. This is mainly my fall seeds that I have here. Cabbage, lettuce, spinach, carrots, beets, Brussels, kale, broccoli, collards, bok choy. Just, every fall greens that you would want to grow in your garden and have a harvest before the hard winter hits in. Have it grow and harvest before the hard winter hits in. I also have some turnip and some other stuff that I'm going to be dropping seeds for those. So this is why you're seeing all this going on here. I already made the holes. I just got to grab my labels and figure out which seeds I'm going to drop in here. But this one is already filled in. I planted snowball cauliflower. This is a shorter, I think these take 60 days. So this is all filled in. Then I have some flame star cauliflower here and some sun king broccoli. So we are going to be having a lot of greens that we missed out on this spring into the summer, and we are going to be definitely eating a lot of them come this winter. So Fifi's got quite a bit going on here. It's the chickens, the turkeys, the plants, the garden. Then we have Dora. So everything is going on here. Everything is a mess for now, but we'll get to it. We're getting organized around here. So let me take you and show you. I was just about to pot these. I have some chicken compost that I'm gonna add to the containers because I want to pot some of these grape vines. And I still have to root some more grape. I'm running out of time, but I am gonna grab some cuttings and root a few of those cuttings because someone asked me for cuttings from my grapevines, and I have two different varieties growing here. If you haven't seen it before, let me just give you a quick view of it. I have the Concord grapes right here. And then I have this white one here. And they're already ripened, as you can see. So, end of August, and we are eating lots and lots of grapes. I have to make some time to harvest them. But I'm going to get to that point. I just have a lot going on. And so I want to make sure that my fall special tomato tree is doing great. The seed that dropped sometime in the spring and it decided to grow, so I just let it grow. But I do have seeds in here that I'm growing, and these are some different varieties of peppers that I'm going to start this year. So they're going to get started, and come next season, I'm going to put them in the ground in the spring. These are also some pineapples that I have here. These are new growth. I pulled off all the old ones, and they're sprouting new plants, as you can see. So I got a lot going on. I have some peach varieties that I want to grow from seed. And why I want to do this, I have some more somewhere. Let's see. I know I have them somewhere. And I like to grow things that I enjoy eating. And this is why I'm growing so much, because I'm just used to eating what I grow and growing what I eat. And you know, just a simple concept of that, if you're able to understand what that means for me that means good health, better choices. Because of what's going on these days, so many different, so much recalls, you know, so much labels that are false labels. Your food might be labeled organic and it may not be organic, but so I'm doing just the best I can do. Okay, here are the peach seeds. I don't think I'm doing too much. I'm just doing what I need to do. These are date seeds, and these are 1, 2, 3, 4 different varieties. Actually, this and this one is the same. 3 different varieties of peach seeds that I am going to be trying to grow. So I'm going to put them in soil. I have them soaking in water overnight. They made this kind of gel-ish thing. But these are dates that I ate, like fresh dates. And then these are fresh peaches that I ate. I went to the farm and got those. And so, because I enjoy them every year, I am going to grow. I'm going to try at least to grow these varieties of peach right here. And one of them I already have, and it's growing. This is a satin peach or donut peach. This is a dwarf variety, so I'm happy that I have that here. But if you notice, let me just show you. Oh, I didn't mean to make this long of a video, but oh well. If you notice, in my garden, this here is a peach tree. I have so much peach trees popping up in my garden, and my intention was to dig them up and transplant them. Look at this big one. This popped up this year. Look how much growth. This popped up also this year. That's how much growth. And I'm just doing a walkthrough and realizing how much peach trees that I have popping up here. This is a plum tree right here. But for some reason there's a peach tree growing up right at the base of that, which I'm going to have to remove. But throughout my garden we have, you know, just peach trees. There's another one back here that I was going to remove also. There it is. Right there. Oh, somebody got an apple. I'll give it to the chickens. They'll finish it off. They'll enjoy that treat. The critters are devouring everything. There you go. Oop, it went on. They are devouring everything. But yeah, guys, this is what's going on for now. I am also collecting seeds, and I'm doing a lot of harvesting. You can see my plants are still growing. They're still producing. We still have flowers. Despite the shaky weather, I'm excited about my figs. They have put on so much fruits on them. That's this one here. There's one there. There's a Desert King right there, and they're full of figs. I have goji berries that I'm going to have to harvest. Pretty soon you can see all the flowers and the berries are starting to come in. Then I have my second round of raspberries coming in. Both this variety and the red one. So there's a lot going on, y'all. A lot. And I try to share videos as often as I can. As often as I can once I have the time. Fashion flower. But sometimes I really can't stop to pick up the camera because, as you can see, I have a lot going on and I'm by myself every day, all day, during the day, doing all this. I do get help when hubby's around and when he comes home from work, but this is basically just me, and it's what I do as a homemaker, as a homesteader, small backyard homesteader, and this is just my life, and I'm loving it. So if you're not growing, if you're not planting a fall garden where you can, I think you should. It gives you more of an option as far as eating healthy foods. Some people may say, you know what, I don't need to do a fall garden or I don't need to drop fall seeds. And these may be the people that are not even in your zone. So just pay attention, not that they're giving bad advice, but the reality of it is they don't need to. So they're telling you their reality. So you take away from that what you can and what you should and apply it to your situation if you can, especially if you're in the same zone. However, if you're not in the same zone, that message is definitely not for you. But this is all for now. This is what's going on here on Fifi's homestead. And why don't I just get back to work? As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next upload. Peace out, y'all.